Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Fiorletta, Associate Editor of Retail TouchPoints, and I have with me right now John Lobsitz, who is the President of Seamark International. John, thanks so much for taking the time out.
Oh, thanks, Alicia. It's always a pleasure.
Well, we're here at the NRF Big Show, which is always a landmark event, highlighting the key trends for the coming year and the best technologies right now. So why don't you share a little bit about what you think the key trends right now?
A lot more of m-commerce. All right, so there's a lot of customers that are dabbling with m-commerce, trying to figure out what to do, but at the end of the day, the people that are really serious about it are very much focused on improving and enhancing the customer experience. There are so many things that you can do with m-commerce, but having the right plan, the right applications, and getting through with this whole thing completely is very important. So we're seeing a lot more focus on that this year than we have in the past.
Yeah, absolutely, John. So, you're talking about mobile commerce and how it's playing a bigger role in retail, but are retailers currently succeeding at delivering that optimal mobile shopping experience?
Well, the answer is yes and the answer is no.
Okay.
We have a lot of people out there that traditionally have set it up as a one-way experience. So it's something that they're using m-commerce for internally, but they're not expressing that out to their customer base.
Right.
In other areas, you find people are utilizing tablets or phones for customer loyalty programs and for cataloging, but they're not tying that into the back end. So the real key is the ones that are developing the good plans for that are actually making it a two-way type of technology rather than one way. And that's, I think, a lot of the challenges that people are facing today.
Yeah.
But those are changes that I think over the next few years, a lot of the major retailers are looking at very seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like, as the trend continues to evolve, more retailers are tackling it and trying new things and in the end succeeding.
Yeah, I think it's much easier for a small retailer to get a tablet, be able to take payments off a phone and whatever else than a large retailer with multiple operations and multiple locations. And with large catalogs. I mean, it's kind of getting back to where we are right now with m-commerce. Goes back to the old Sears Roebuck catalog days.
Right.
I mean, it was a great thing. It was able to expand an offering to a number of different parts of the world. This is going to be able to enable people to do the same thing, but it's all going to be wireless.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also a matter of figuring out what kind of mobile experience retailers want or is best for their business. Like there's a fixed tablet area, almost like a self-serve kiosk, or it's the store associate holding the device and sort of guiding the shopper along the journey. So
yes, it does. And there's other things as well, because you can go into m-commerce and say, okay, do we have our own devices in stores, or are we able to utilize the customer's devices? So can a customer walk in actually with their cell phone, and we can actually have them run their apps off of that, attach it to a shopping cart or whatever else, and go through the entire process of shopping, cataloging, going through the catalog, finding the availability, and actually placing the orders. So we're seeing a lot of those trends kind of develop and a lot of people working on it. It's really the application end of it. And one of the things that I think beyond the applications that people are trying to tackle, it's going to be how do we manage bandwidth.
okay.
All right, because 3G is going to give you a certain amount of speed, but it's going to hang up a lot of these applications. So you need to be very concerned about what bandwidth and what you're going to be actually running so that customer doesn't get frustrated when he goes to that tablet or that phone and he's not able to get something to load.
Yeah, absolutely. It has to be a seamless and enjoyable experience all around. But what role is Seamark playing in all of this? Obviously, you have a big handle on the mobile space and retail. So what are you guys doing?
Well, for years we've been working with retailers on mounting technology, which is our business. I mean, we are the leaders in the world on technology mounting products. So we mount chip pin devices throughout Europe. We have more than 2.5 million units installed. And we also mount touchscreens and flat panel displays and kiosk applications. As wireless comes along now, we need to be able to mount the tablets or the phones so that they are secure, they're placed in an ergonomic manner for the customers and the associates to be able to use, and that they're aesthetically appealing. Because everybody has their own brand they need to enhance with their hardware and how it's positioned in their outlets, in their stores. So we're developing a number of different configurations based on our existing technologies, all right, that can move forward with all these new devices. And it's pretty exciting.
All right, excellent. And, obviously we're in the early stages of 2013, and we don't necessarily know where the retail industry is going to be going. But how do you think mobile in particular is going to be advancing? I know you said something about retailers trying more and trying more strategies. But
well, I think if you read a lot of the reports, there's been a tremendous amount of implementation in 2012 in mobile, and I think it's going to continue this year. Getting back to the top of our discussion, it really is going to be who is focused on improving that customer experience and enhancing that, and how quickly can they get there. I think a lot of retailers are very focused on that. To come up with the right plan may take a little bit longer than maybe just this year, but others will probably move into it this year as well.
All right, excellent. And from a company perspective, what else can we expect from Seamark in the coming year?
We turn around new tablet stands and mounts usually within 14 days. Okay, so a new tablet comes out. Most of the tablets that are being used and deployed right now happen to be iOS systems or something like a Galaxy Android system or whatever else. And since these are basically consumer products, not retail hardened products, they tend to change the technology very readily. So you may see a new design or a new size with different ports and connectivities coming out every 6 months. So for us to stay on top of that, we need to make sure that we can prototype, build these, turn them around, and make them available on a general availability basis relatively quickly. We're also working with the larger companies that make more rugged tablets to make sure that we have the right stands for them that allow them to do a number of different things in how they secure them, how they can remove them, and how they can secure, really basically have a good shopping experience and user experience, overall. So there's a lot of development that's going to be going on all year, and we think it's going to be a pretty solid year for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very exciting time for retail.
It is, really is. It really is changing the face of the whole retail environment, going from just plain static to a combination of static and mobile. So the traditional stuff will still be there, but there's more of this that's going to come out.
Absolutely, and it seems like Seamark is doing a great job of keeping pace with all of these trends and really delivering the solutions that retailers today need. So, John, thank you again so much for taking the time out.
Thank you so much.
It was a
real
real
pleasure. I hope the show's been good for you.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay,
Thanks everyone out there for watching.
Okay, thank you.